a purpose. That roundness is because they have a nice thick insulating layer of blubber. Has anyone been swimming here in California? Is the water warm or? It's very cold. So having that thick insulating layer of blubber helps keep them warm in the really cold environments we have off of our coast. Another thing we'll notice about our harbor seal as we see them right here on the beach is their coloration. They don't have one solid coloration. Instead, they're more kind of a cookies and cream, salt and pepper color is how I like to describe them. And that is something called disruptive camouflage. It helps them to blend in with their surroundings and break up their overall body shape when they're hanging out in the kelp forest searching for food. The California sea lions also have a form of camouflage because they're going to be that more solid brown chocolate color. And our waters here are pretty murky, so by having that coloration, it allows them to blend in. Something we might also notice about our California sea lions, especially if we see them jump up on the beach like we just did with one of our California sea lions, is that instead of having the short front flippers like the harbor seals, they have big, broad front flippers, quite large and long. They're going to use those front flippers to propel themselves through the water, and their back flippers are going to be used more similar to a rudder, allowing them to steer left and right. You'll also see they can use those front flippers to walk, gallop, and even run on land. That has to do with another adaptation that they share with us, which is their rotating hips. We use our rotating hips to be able to walk upright. The California sea lions use their rotating hips to be able to rotate them under their body and walk and run, so they don't glump like the harbor seals who have fused hips. It also means that they're highly mobile in the water, able to make really quick and fast changes as they are swimming throughout. And they're going to need to do this for a number of reasons. One, because they're going to be going after different types of prey, schooling fish and squid, and another because they're going to be avoiding predators. Anyone know what a predator of a California sea lion might be? Go ahead and shout it out.
A shark?
Great white shark and killer whale or an orca. Absolutely. Those would be predators going after these animals. So by having all these adaptations, they are really well equipped for living off of our coast and doing all of these behaviors that we are seeing them do. When we're looking at our California sea lions, we can see they have those long, big bodies and those rotating hips allowing them to, again, jump up, and those big, broad front flippers, quite beautiful on these animals. Another interesting thing that both these animals have is if we look at their face, we can see they have a pretty cute set of whiskers, something that we might see on our cats or dogs at home. And this helps them to sense the water around them as well as prey. If they're going through the dark water looking for some food, well, those whiskers will help to detect if there's any food sources around them. Now, I did say a little bit earlier that they are marine mammals, but they do have to come to the surface to breathe, so they can hold their breath quite a lot better than us. So let's have a little bit of competition between us and the harbor seals and California sea lions. So who here can hold their breath for at least 30 seconds? 30 seconds? How about a minute? Keep it up if you can hold your breath for a minute.
I don't know about a minute.
How about 2 minutes? 2 minutes is usually where I have trouble. All right, some of us are very confident. How about 30 minutes? All right, well, looks like our harbor seals have once again won the competition because they can hold their breath for upwards of 30 minutes. That's half an hour underwater, long enough that sometimes you'll even see them in our tunnel taking a nap. Now, the California sea lions have nothing to sneeze at. At max, it's about 15 minutes, but typically they're just going to be doing 5-minute dives. That's still longer than I can do without a lot of practice. So amazingly well-adapted animals to their environment. We're also going to see that these California sea lions and harbor seals are really well and agile in the water. Occasionally when we see them out on our coast, we'll see them jumping along with dolphins. They can move very quickly through the water. One of the ways they do this is by jumping in and out of the water, doing what we like to call porpoising. This is when they make that rainbow arch up and out of the water. This allows them to move faster because there is less drag in land than there is in the water. Again, all of these things really help them keep really well adapted to our environment off here. By raise of hands, has anyone seen a California sea lion or a harbor seal off of our coast here before? Quite a lot of us have. Yeah, they are locals. These are our backyard neighbors. We can find them right here off our coast, and they're doing pretty well. But that doesn't mean they're immune to any changes that might occur in the future. One of the changes they're facing is actually their food source disappearing. Their food, the schooling fish and squid they like to go after, prefer cold waters. So with climate change, our waters are warming and their food source might be leaving, meaning the California sea lions and harbor seals will be moving along with them. Still, fret not, there are a number of things that we can do to help these animals out. Eating healthy is a good option. Being healthy for us is actually healthy for our oceans. Does anyone here enjoy eating seafood, fish? Yeah? It's okay to admit even though we're in an aquarium. How about this, fresh fruit and veggies? Anyone like those? Yeah. So these are healthy for us, but they're also healthy for our ocean because these products create far less carbon dioxide to transport, use far less fresh water. In the case of seafood, hardly any fresh water at all. And again, a good option for us. We can also walk, ride our bike, carpool, and you're doing something healthy for the aquarium right now and healthy for you. You're coming to visit us. The aquarium is a non-profit, so your ticket price, membership, even that cute plushie you get at the gift store, that's all a donation that goes directly towards the care of our animals here at the aquarium, but also our programs outside the aquarium, like our sea otter surrogacy, white abalone restoration, and sunflower sunstar restoration, all programs that help to keep that environment out there off our coast really healthy for generations to come. So thanks everyone so much for coming and learning a little bit about our seals and sea lions. If you have any questions, I'll be here for a couple more minutes. If not, then enjoy the rest of your day visiting us here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. Come on, Jack. The harbor seals are hanging out over there in the corner. It's your favorite place now.